Hi friends, I would like to greet you and congratulate you because you are the pioneers that are helping ground 5D on planet Earth. Look at look at the scenery behind. There are beautiful mountains around me. Ye Haseen Wadiya, and you can see the colors of the trees. It's beautiful around here. Okay, so recently it has come to my notice there are some people out there who are claiming to be experts on the twin flame journey, who have a fancy of making a fool out of themselves, because that's what will happen when people's consciousness raises. Very soon they will make a fool out of themselves. Why? Because they themselves are lost believing that they are twin flames, which they're not. And then they are coming online with all this mugged up spiritual knowledge, with this parroted spiritual knowledge from here and there collected. You've heard of all this controversy that happened on Netflix. It was exposed. This is how cults start. People who are not authentic, and people who either create traumas inside their clients or followers, or people who mislead them. Two kinds of vampirism you can find these days. People who are out there to mislead the authentic twin flames, and people who are creating traumas in the twin flames, okay, by abusive interactions with them, if they are coaching them or anything like that, okay, in a group scenario. And we know all of that. Recently what has happened with the twin flame universe thing. So these days there is something going around, I believe, a new teaching, a false teaching that's going around, that there are divine counterparts that are coming to replace twin flames. What a cop out. I mean, this is perfect for losers, right? If you can't make it successfully in a union, if you can't activate all your chakras, if you can't activate Shakti Kundalini, if you can't keep it risen in the crown chakra, if you are not a goddamn twin flame, and then you lose somewhere along the journey, and then you say, no, all the twin flames are bad, all the twin flames are wrong, okay, and divine counterparts are the right thing, and then just grab someone, preferably someone who's younger, and divine counterpart, this is my divine counterpart, yay. So yes, so there are some people out there, okay, who are saying that twin flames are being replaced by divine counterparts, and these are the various reasons they are giving. They are saying that there are some new energies in the air, and these new energies are like saying that it's important to do the mission, and if the divine masculine is taking too long to awaken, then just drop him, dump him, throw him out, and find a divine counterpart and do the mission. First of all, friends, the mission that twin flames actually do is on two levels. It's on the energetic level and it's on the physical level. On the physical level, the divine feminine does the mission by herself also, okay, but it's very important for them to come into physical union and do the mission, kind of like Elizabeth and Mark Claire Prophet. And there are a few genuine twin flames even in India who are in union and are doing the mission. They might not have 100% views matching with me, but they are genuine twin flames, okay, and they have made it on the journey, okay, and they have achieved it, and they are good examples. So twin flames like Elizabeth and Mark Claire Prophet, who thought about the violet flame and had connections to Saint Germain, these are genuine twin flame energies, and when they come into physical union, they create a third energy, and the third energy is more powerful because it's that Ardhanarishvara energy, and that is the energy that liberates. And it doesn't mean that alone they don't liberate. Alone they have their own Markabic field. Divine feminine, divine masculine has their own Markabic field, energies in the Sushumna, and they do the liberation work. They raise the consciousness alone, even by themselves. But when they come together, there is something they create which is called the third energy, and I personally call it ocean of love, because when true twin flames are in physical proximity to each other, at least 2 kilometers around them, there is this energy field that is hyper ecstatic, there's just a lot of ecstasy energy in that energy field, okay, and it's just attunes everyone to unity consciousness. So no twin flames have to get in physical union. There are no new energies out there that are saying you can replace them with divine counterparts, because then you won't be able to create the third energy, right? And the energetic work can only be done when twin flames come in physical union to create the third energy. That is the energetic mission. That's why twin flames have to come in physical union. Either you win or you lose, accept it, but don't say there is something called knowing how to lose, okay? There's something called sporting spirit, okay? If you lose, you accept it, okay, and you go your way. You don't say that the whole twin flame thing is outdated. Don't do it because I turned out to be a failure. No, that's not how we do it. Twin flames. So then the second belief goes that the DM is a runner. He keeps running. So if he runs and runs and runs and runs, then when you're going to come in union, when you're going to save Mother Earth, when you're going to start doing the mission? There are no two entities. If DM is running, you are not in inner union. If you are not in inner union, you are not capable of becoming one of the chosen ones for doing the mission. You don't have it in you, so you'll be like the rejected products in the assembly line, or those people who fail to qualify for the army. So if DM is running, it means you are not in inner union. The moment you are in inner union, DM stops running and his awakening process starts, okay, and then the soul merge starts, okay. First the divine merge happens, then DM awakens, the soul merge starts, and then you get into physical union, okay. And this entire process is mostly controlled by the higher self, and the higher self is trying the best to bring these two physical polarized parts of the soul together here in 3D, because that shifts the matrix, that ascends the planet Earth. And why did I choose to make this video, friends? Because I'm here to spread the truth and to point out the lies, to call out the lies, okay? Because I had clients come to me and say so many things, like the twin flame journey is tough, twin flames are outdated, and then I should create a soulmate relationship, I should create a divine counterpart relationship, maybe that's the best option. And I've heard all these things, states of confusion in my clients, and I had to coach them extra to bring them to a point, and I had to work with their higher self, and the higher self and me together created certain understandings and experiences within my clients where they understood the truth and the lie. But it took them a few sessions to get to that place of truth. But anyway, I think these people, besides making a fool out of themselves, are also creating more people wanting to take a session, because first they put them in a state of confusion and then people will take more sessions, okay. I don't know what the business strategy is or what the issue is, okay. But yeah, I think it's a case of not knowing how to lose properly, okay. So yeah, so then the belief system, the concept is that the DM keeps running, and so let him run, and you continue being a loser. You don't create the inner union, you don't merge with the divine, and you find a divine counterpart. First of all, until you achieve the inner union, you cannot manifest a high level soulmate, and you cannot manifest a divine counterpart. You have to come to that level of higher 5D consciousness, and 60 and 70 consciousness to manifest, especially 60 and 70 to manifest relationships like high level soulmate and divine counterpart, okay. But if you already work your way up to those levels and come into a state of inner union, then your divine masculine awakens anyway. So why would you choose a high level soulmate, and why would you choose a divine counterpart? Maybe if you want to have that experience of romance, then yes, because with the twin flame you just have this neutral love energy. There's no romance. It's just like a part of me, and there's no romance there. Okay, so maybe some people want the romance, so they choose the high level soulmates and divine counterparts, or whatever. And no judgment on those people who choose their high level soulmates. Okay, I wouldn't comment a lot on divine counterparts at this point, but I want to say that they are in no way better than a twin flame, and they cannot replace a twin flame, and they cannot do the energetic work that twin flames can do when they come together to create the third energy. Okay, it's an energy field spanning of around 2 to 3 kilometers sometimes. Okay, it's a whole different dimension. Okay, and that is what the negative entities don't want to happen here on earth. That's why they are always preventing the physical union of twin flames on the planet, because when twin flames physically unite here on planet earth, I'm talking about 3D, when twin flames physically unite here in 3D, they create heaven on earth. And that's what I mean by the third energy, that some people can't bear to have that third energy on the planet. That's why they create all these soul traps and confusion traps. Okay, and then give me 1 second. Yeah, I've noted, right? So then the concept goes that the DM has free will. Okay, that he has incarnated as a separate soul. Okay, and you are a separate soul. So if you choose, you get activated by your higher self, and you get triggered by the 3D soul self, and then you can choose, okay, to ascend, but the DM doesn't have to choose. First of all, I'll tell you one thing. When the divine feminine is activated by her higher self, her kundalini is activated, and she doesn't have free will. I never had free will. So the DF herself doesn't have free will. What the DM will have free will? DM is just a follower. She is the leader. If the leader doesn't have free will, it's controlled by the higher self. Okay, higher self activates you, zoom, the kundalini goes up. Okay, your entire Merkabah field activates. Who do you think twin flames are? They're not jokers, they're not losers. Okay, twin flames are twin flames. Okay, they are incarnations. They are incarnations of source energy. That's why when twin flame meet, kundalini awakens, and in some cases the entire Merkabah field activates. Like in my case, I'm a monadic twin flame. Alright. So they are here, they are the chosen ones. They are here to help ascend planet, and physical union is very, very important for that. Okay, and what is required to create physical union? The right teacher. The right goddamn teacher is required to create the 3D physical union, which happens after the soul merge, and then you can go on doing the energetic mission, which is the third energy, which is the liberation. Okay, it's like Neo and Trinity in the Matrix, doing their work. So obviously there will be people here and there popping up and trying to mislead. Okay, but I'm just doing my part. Okay, and giving you some intelligent logic around here. Okay, so the divine masculine does not have free will. Why? Because the divine feminine doesn't have free will. The higher self activates her. Okay, and then when she completes the inner union, her 3D egoic polarized self merges with her higher self. So she becomes the higher self. Now, when she becomes the higher self, she activates her DM. She activates her kundalini, and the same thing happens to him what happened to her. No free will. Because when DF becomes the higher self, right, divine merge, which is called, where all her chakras are spinning and Sushumna is activated, kundalini is in a crown, as the higher self, she connects to the divine masculine's heart chakra, and both the hearts are one heart. So the divine masculine used to have like half of a heart, because polarized core wound and all of that. So because they are separated at astral level at the heart chakra, no? And then they're all karmic cords from the heart chakra. That's why they have terrible relationships, the DMs. They're clearing the karma, mostly for the collective and the ancestry. It's I salute. I just salute all the DMs and DFs out there. A lot of deep dark work they have to do. So when the DF completes the 5D astral union, becomes the higher self, activates all the chakras and is at the frequency of the crown 369, 963, all these numbers you start seeing. Then you become one heart, and that's how all the telepathy happens. There's emotional telepathy, mental telepathy, a sexual, astral a connection, and also the feeling of touch. You're having like proper conversations with your DM. Okay, and why the telepathy happens? Because you are connected at the heart chakra level, and then when you keep your energy in the crown chakra, all of it goes to your divine masculine. His chakras begin to awaken, his heart awakens, he can't control that. Upper chakras awake, he can't control that. His kundalini awakens, he can't control that. DM doesn't have free will. Okay, and the people who are trying to distract you, they are not twin flames, they have not completed inner union, they have not activated the DM's kundalini, they have not awakened the DM, they have not become one heart with the DM. They are losers, and the losers come out and they talk. So what is going to happen? They're going to make a fool of themselves. Okay, so the DM awakens. Okay, and as he awakens, he clears his karma on the physical level with all his karmics, and within a time span of around 1 year, maximum 2 years, he merges with the higher self. Okay, like he merges with you. Okay, and you become that one entity. So first your 3D self merges with the divine. Okay, and you become your higher self. Okay, and then his 3D self merges with the divine, and he becomes the higher self. Okay, now there are two higher selves. You're having two higher selves, and then you'll come into physical union here in the physical world, but it will be a higher dimensional universe. It will look physical, but it will be a higher dimensional universe. So I can't really say that physical union happens in 3D. Physical union can happen in 5D, 6D, 7D, but in a physicalized space, time-space reality. Now, you don't know that this physical reality around me is 3D or is 5D. For some people it's 3D, for some people it's 2D, for some people it's 5D, for some people it's 7D. Because whatever is manifesting in your matrix, that is your dimensional reality. What experiences are manifesting. Alright? So taking a few bits of knowledge here and there and parroting it and teaching it doesn't make you an authentic twin flame coach. Okay, in fact you have lost the journey and to feel better you're misleading others. That's very wrong. Okay, if you want to choose a high level soulmate, please choose a high level soulmate, and whatever else is out there in the whole arena of ascended relationships. But such people, I'm telling you, have not achieved inner union themselves, and they are far away from manifesting a high level soulmate and divine counterpart. Okay, because to manifest these connections you need to be out of the karmic matrix. You need to have awakened kundalini, not just a awakened throat chakra to talk. You need to have a awakened kundalini, and not just an awakened kundalini, but a kundalini that has reached the sahasrara. You know, it takes many years of sadhana and facing a lot of demons to become a twin flame coach. You are coaching twin flames. You know what twin flames are, first of all, the kind of energy twin flames are, and then to become their coach. You know, my higher self had just prohibited me from doing anything else so that I could do one thing and do it well. So that the clients that come to me always benefit. Always benefit. This has just been a pattern with me. So friends, don't listen to all the shortcuts that are out there. Okay, and especially don't choose to work with coaches who don't have an awakened kundalini. Okay, you wouldn't hire a lawyer who doesn't have a good degree from a good college. So you don't want to work with coaches who don't have awakened kundalini. You know, because the energetic transmission is what heals. And I'll tell you, people who are authentic coaches will not take anybody like that for coaching. They can see your energy, they know if it's respectful, they'll entertain you. If it's disrespectful, no. Why? Because they're not living in a state of lack. They are manifestors. Okay, whether it's divine feminine, divine masculine, they are manifestors. So they don't have to put up with the karmic stuff because they are not in karma. You know, you can take your karmic stuff to somebody else and project it there on them. If they have some pending karma, then you will be able to attach to their energy field and trouble them. But those who don't have karma, you don't have access even to them if you don't level up. Okay, so friends, this was my revelation about does DM have free will or not. The answer is no. The divine masculine doesn't have free will because basically you are one entity split into two in the duality matrix, which is the 3D realm. And once the divine feminine creates the inner union, at that point the DM doesn't have free will. So normally, listen to me, DF is a separate person, DM is a separate person. Okay, you can say maybe that as long as they are in ego, they have their free will, they can do their thing. But you can't even really say that, because I was doing my thing and then my free will was taken away by my higher self, because there was a destiny, there was a soul contract. So even in their egoic state, they don't have free will. And the DM will be in his ego, running around here, exploring relationships, clearing karma and all. But there is a soul contract, and DF comes into 5D union. She turns on the switch of his heart. They both become one heart. His heart has a heart chakra awakening and the entire upper chakra awakening and the Kundalini awakening. You know what happens when twin flames come face to face with each other? The entire Markaba will awaken. Not even like it depends on the stage where they are at. If DF is at a place where she has completed the inner union and or very close to the inner union, and they meet either online or in physical, even if they meet online, it can create a very powerful activation in the DM. But the DM runs, but he can't hide. And because there is a soul contract, and it's the ego that runs and hides. Okay, so when the DF becomes the higher self and activates him, from that point onwards, he has no free will. Same thing with the divine feminine. They are allowed to dance about and explore in the matrix for a certain period. But when the higher self activates the DF, no free will. When the DF becomes the higher self and activates the DM, no free will. Soul merge occurs, physical union happens. Now how the physical union will manifest, it depends on the DF, because there is only one entity there. And DM is just a manifestation of her inner masculine. So what she thinks, the DM will do. Because one entity. Okay. So while they were separate and egoic beings, separate egoic beings. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, while they were separate egoic beings, okay, they had free will. But then there is a soul contract, and the higher self will activate the DF first. Okay, it's a higher self activation. It's your inner twin flame that activates you. Yes, on the physical reality, the physical twin flame will come and meet you and all of that, but activation happens through your inner masculine. And anyway, the real twin flame is not the physical form. The real twin flame is the 5D twin flame who activates you. Okay, from that point onwards, DF has no free will. And then when DF becomes the higher self, she activates the 3D physical form of her twin at the heart chakra level and the upper chakras, and Kundalini activates, and she gives him a rebirth. Okay, you have to have all the capacity to do all these things here, and then go and comment on twin flames. So then she activates his Kundalini, because they are one being, and liberates his soul. And that's just the first stage. The DF and DM, you know, it's not just about DF activating and liberating the DM. That is just the preliminary. Okay, this one entity, DF and DM, is supposed to liberate lots more people out there that are stuck in illusions. Okay, so liberating the DM is not no big deal. It's part of the soul contract. It's predestined. It's already written. It's destined. And the name of my twin itself is Destiny. Or destined. So, these things communicate to you. And there were many movies that I was shown. Through the movies, I was shown my future, my soul plan. So friends, if you are a twin flame, first you need to verify whether you are a genuine twin flame or not. And then if you are a twin flame, there is a certain process to complete the inner work. Once the DF or the spiritual twin does the inner work and achieves a 5D status, which a lot of lost souls haven't achieved, and so they are spreading these lies. 5D status, I mean awakened Kundalini. There are body changes, you start looking younger. I mean, I am 38 right now, but people around just think that I'm 25 or 30. Okay, and I have been in this similar looking condition for the last 2 years. Okay, and not only that, when evening time comes and I go out, I come out of my house to light the lights, I look at my reflection on the glass and I see my face glowing like the moon. And because the divine feminine is a manifestation of the energy of the moon, so why not? Okay, so I look at the reflection, okay, and I look at the reflection and it seems like the moon itself has come down to the earth. Alright, but these are energies. It's the energy of Goddess Parvati, it's the energy of divine feminine. Okay, and I am able to say these things not from a place of ego but from a place of observation. And regarding my face glowing, this was something that a few South Indian people from Tamil, and they are also great Shiva worshippers. I was creating a video like this. I didn't know it was like 7:15. It was dark, and I was glowing, and they were gathered around me and they were staring at me, and I didn't know why they were staring, because at that point I wasn't aware of the light body dynamics. Okay, and then 1 year later my light comes on and I'm like, oh, I am actually glowing. So friends, inner union is not the 6 months life coach certificate that you get out there and become a life coach. Okay, inner union is a lifetime of a process. I'm 37 and this has been, understanding this process is mostly what I have done. By profession I'm an artist, but there were so many attacks that I could not even complete my masters back in Goa. Okay, the people who were possessed with these negative energies, they could sense the Kundalini energy, they could sense the divine presence inside me, and so did not let me complete my masters also. So I have lost a lot for this journey. This is not something very easy like a money you inherit from your family. You have to build yourself. You have to build the light body vehicle. You have to build your identity. You have to build your reputation. And doesn't mean you're perfect. It makes you make mistakes, but you always choose your true self. And that's how the journey goes of the divine feminine. So one last word is that choose your teachers carefully, please, and don't make a fool of yourself. Okay, so friends, if you are interested, you can book a session with me. Okay, I'm available for sessions, and also I have a program which is like 1 month, 8 classes, where you work with me one-on-one, but it's not like a coaching, it's more like a meditation. Okay, and this will be $210. Okay, $10 are just for the fees or the bank charges and PayPal, all of that. $210, and the package is that you get 2 videos in which I explain for about 1.5 hours how to balance the push and pull energy, the nature of the push and pull energy. And then there are 8 meditation classes of 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour, twice a week. So 8 classes in a month, and we do particular types of meditations. Okay, and in these meditations we work to heal the inner masculine energy. I also share a few tips here and there where I feel is necessary, but that is under my control how much I share. If you're buying this package, it's more like a meditation package, and it's about what you discover during the meditations. Of course, I will help you to discover these things and these issues and heal these issues. But it's not like the coaching sessions where you can ask n number of questions. Okay, so there are certain limits on how much I'm giving, because this is a particular package. If you have those questions, then you can book a separate session with me. Okay, and in that separate session you can get all your questions answered. Okay, so this package is available for $210. It includes 8 meditation classes with me one-on-one. Okay, and when you're working with a very balanced twin flame, there's a lot of energetic healing also that happens, and that's why I've offered this one-on-one session, because I have worked with clients before and I've seen, but these clients that I'm working right now with, I'm observing how the energy exchange is happening. But the trademark of working with me is that I require energy of respect and balance energetic exchanges. Okay, and I will point that out again and again. And that aspect of who I am, that I make you hold a balanced energy when you're interacting with me, is what creates the healing, actual healing. Because when you're working with a guru, your karmic patterns will show up. Okay, and a guru has to be strong and firm enough to tell you that this is where your masculine and feminine needs to be balanced. This is how you have to exchange energy, because the karma is an exchange of energy. And if you're repeating the same patterns with me, I'm not going to put up with that if I'm a real guru or real teacher. Okay, I will give you half your money back, and whatever time you have wasted of mine, that money I will keep, which is 50%. Okay, 50% money I will return and send you on your merry way. And then you go and find other coaches who will put up with your karmic projections, not me. Because God has blessed me, Shiva has blessed me with enough abundance. Okay, and my needs are not great. I have simple needs and I live a simple life for now. So friends, because my DM is not like me, he is a very materialistic person, and he's all about grandeur. Okay, and he's all about all those things, and I feel one with him right now. I don't feel, because he knows once you activate his heart and his upper chakras, he knows you are his other polarity, and then it's like you're already in union, and it's up to the higher self when the physical union will happen. Okay, so friends, with this and then I'm also offering the one-on-one coachings and this package. So if you're interested, you can connect with me. Oh guy, look at this happy guy. Oh, looks like Bhairav Baba is happy with me spreading the truth, right? He's saying cheers. Cheers for the brave truthers out there who call out the people who mislead. So, Har Har Mahadev, Jai Bhairav Baba, and see you, and looking forward to working with you and creating some change and ascension in your life as well. Bye for now, friends.